The ghost in the mirror. I moved into this old house after the previous owner sold it for a cheap price. It was located in the suburbs, far from the bustling city. The house had a Gothic architecture with tall windows and a large mirror in the middle of the living room. The previous owner said it was a family antique, but I could throw it away if I wanted. The first day I moved in, I didn't pay much attention to the mirror. It was old, the frame was intricately carved, but the glass seemed a bit cloudy. I decided to keep it because I thought it could add a classic look to the house. The first night, while cleaning, I happened to look into the mirror. For a moment, I felt like someone was standing behind me. I turned around in surprise. No one was there. It was just an illusion, I reassured myself and continued working. The following days, I started to see strange things. Every time I walked past the mirror, I felt like there were eyes watching me. Once, I caught a glimpse of a shadow passing by in the mirror, but when I turned around, I found the living room empty. One night, I decided to test something. I placed a candle in front of the mirror and sat watching it through my phone screen, just to make sure nothing had accidentally entered my view. Around 2 a.m., when I was about to fall asleep, the phone screen suddenly flickered. Then I saw in the mirror, a woman. She was wearing a white dress, her long hair covering her face. She was not standing behind me, but in the mirror. I felt my breath catch as she slowly raised her head, revealing empty eyes and a crooked smile. I jumped, throwing my phone to the ground. When I looked back, she was gone. But the candle was still burning, proving that I was not dreaming. I tried to ignore this phenomenon, but it became more and more obvious. In the following nights, I often heard whispers and soft laughter coming from the mirror. One time, I woke up in the middle of the night and found that the mirror had been moved. It was no longer in its original position, but tilted toward my bed as if someone wanted me to look into it. Terrified, I decided to learn more about this house. After days of searching online, I discovered a terrible truth. The house had once belonged to a woman named Eleanor, a talented artist with a tragic life. She was obsessed with her own beauty and committed suicide in front of the large mirror in the living room. It was said that her soul was trapped in the mirror, never to leave. I knew I couldn't live here anymore. I decided to destroy the mirror. I took a large hammer, took a deep breath, and hit the glass hard. The mirror cracked, but not completely. In that moment, I saw Eleanor in the mirror. She was screaming, her bloodshot eyes piercing my soul. I pounded harder. As the glass shattered, a cold wind blew through the room. I felt like something had been released, or escaped. After that night, I never saw another ghost again. But sometimes, when I passed another mirror, I felt like someone was still watching me from the other side.